Welcome to the 2022 Miami Grand Prix. The story of qualifying yesterday was that Red Bull dominated throughout, but then a stunning lap from Lewis Hamilton put Mercedes back on pole position, and that really was out of nowhere. If you look at the grid, it's very jumbled behind the Red Bull, so it's Red Bull then everyone else, but Lewis Hamilton now is in the mix. Sebastian Vettel did a superhuman effort as well to qualify in 4th place in that Aston Martin. Certainly way higher than that car deserves to be. And then you have the likes of Sainz, Russell, Ricciardo, Ocon doing a decent job in the Alpine, well ahead of his teammate Fernando Alonso. Lando Norris only 9th. Charles Leclerc, his qualifying struggles continue. He did a bit better in Imola, but now back in 10th here in the Ferrari again. So a lot of work to do for Leclerc today in the race. Alonso starts 11th, Lance Stroll 12th in the Aston Martin. Then in 13th place we see Pierre Gasly, so a massive improvement from AlphaTauri. I think that's the first time this year that Gasly has qualified off the back row or thereabouts. So yeah, Gasly up in 13th. Mick Schumacher, improvement from him, qualifying in 14th. Alfa Romeo, bit disappointing for them. Bottas and Zhou, 15th and 16th. And then behind them it's Kevin Magnussen, Alex Albon, and then behind them we have Yuki Tsunoda and Nicholas Latifi. So Tsunoda not quite being able to do what his teammate Gasly was able to do, unfortunately, but still in a reasonable position. AlphaTauri compared to where they were, and Latifi back to the back. So the question then is, can Lewis Hamilton, well, we've got the Wall Grand Prix again. I forgot that that's a drawback in the Miami circuit. I think we'll go back to Lewis's cockpit view for starters, and Hamilton off the line well, back to the wall view. Let's see what's happening. Hamilton is not like other races where the Red Bulls are shot straight past him, but he has got a challenge from one of the Red Bulls as they come down there. I think that might actually be Max Verstappen. I think he's got ahead of Sergioperez, so important move from Verstappen, still yet to win a race this season, and Hamilton at the moment is holding him back. Max doesn't want to do what he did in Jeddah. Oh, now Max is coming through, and Verstappen does make that move, but Hamilton holds off Perez. He's still in second, so he's able to compete in that Mercedes. I think it's not the most terrible of situations for Mercedes, because Hamilton is still able to keep Perez behind him. And look at that Alpine, what a great start from Estebanocon. He is up in the 4th place. Sebastian Vettel just behind him, so Vettel hasn't slipped back so far as much as we would have expected, so that the cars who are out of position are doing a great job at holding their positions at the moment. Hamilton, Vettel, Ocon. Will that remain the case throughout the race? I guess we'll find out when we get there. But Hamilton is still currently holding off Sergioperez. Perez is all over him though. Having a look, that Red Bull is so much stronger. And Hamilton half spins, but Perez makes an error in sympathy. And Ocon has actually got a run at Perez now. So Perez made the error in sympathy. That cost him the chance for an easy run at second. Hamilton got off the hook there. And he's got a bit of gap over Perez as well now. That gives him a chance to hold on to second. And Vettel trying to come back at Estebanocon, and there we go. And still Ocon holding on at the moment, but Sebastian Vettel is not taking no for an answer. He is determined to push for this. Hamilton's still got the gap over Perez at the moment, but look how Checo closes in on that part of the circuit. Vettel wheel to wheel with Ocon, and is he going to get back through Sebastian Vettel? He doesn't want to lose that 4th position. He made such an amazing effort to take it yesterday, and he is back into it now. So Sebastian Vettel back in the 4th place, but Ocon is still coming back at him. Amazing wheel-to-wheel stuff. And let's have a look through. That's George Russell. George Russell, the second Mercedes is out of the race, and he was close. And I think Perez has finally got Hamilton. While we were watching Russell, we did not see Perez pass Hamilton, but he has got it, and now Hamilton is going to try to come back. Otherwise, it'll be a third place of the season for him. Lewis wants to try to improve that. I think he's starting to accept that he's not got the car to fight for the World Championship, but he would still love to take the 2nd place if it is at all up for grabs, and he's certainly going to give it a try. Norris, he's come through quite well. Ricciardo's dropped off a bit, I think. He's down in 10th behind Leclerc, but Norris comes through well, and now battling with Fernando Alonso, and Alonso fights his way back through. Been eclipsed by his teammate this weekend, but he certainly is having a good go now at trying to pass Lando Norris. Sergioperez still in 2nd place. Lewis Hamilton trying to speed up and get another look, but I think that basically is it. Verstappen, though, has absolutely dominated this race since he made his way past Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen will come through and take his first victory of 2022. Well, he waited 5 races, but consistency kept him in it. And now Max is back into the World Championship lead, 5 points ahead of his teammate Perez. From Max's point of view, it would have been handy if Hamilton could have finished ahead of Perez today, but those Red Bulls at the moment, they just do not have an equal. Maybe sometimes the Ferraris, but Ferrari have got to qualify well to be their equal, and they're just not doing it. They're getting eclipsed by Mercedes in qualifying, and sometimes the likes of Aston Martin as well. So, yeah, so that's why Ferrari are struggling. So, yes, Max Verstappen wins the race. Sergio Perez second. Lewis Hamilton third. Good performance from him, despite dropping from pole, but up against 2 Red Bulls, not much he could do. Sebastian Vettel holds on to his amazing 4th place qualifying performance in the race. Actually dropped behind Ocon and then fought back to get the 4th place back. So good performance from Vettel. Estebanocon made a great start, and from then on it was pretty plain sailing. 5th place, I know he got up to 4th and then had to try to fight Vettel off, which he didn't manage to do, but still Ocon started I think 7th or 8th, didn't he, and got up ahead of Carlossainz and then was never really troubled by the Ferrari at all. Sainz finished in 6th, Lando Norris finishes 7th, Fernando Alonso 8th place in the Alpine, 9th for Charles Leclerc and 10th for Daniel Ricciardo. So in the World Drivers' Championship, this now means that Max Verstappen is on 85 points, Sergio Perez on 80, George Russell on 49, Carlos Sainz on 48, Lewis Hamilton up to 45, so he is competing for 3rd at least, Charles Leclerc on 32, with Alonso as well, he is also on 32, Lando Norris on 29, Ocon up to 22 now, and Vettel up to 20. Then we have Daniel Ricciardo on 19, Stroll 14, Bottas, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Albon and Latifi. The Constructors' Championship sees Red Bull on 165 points, Mercedes in 2nd but a long way behind on 94, Ferrari 3rd on 80, then Alpine now up to 4th on 54 points, McLaren on 48, Aston Martin on 34, Alfa Romeo 15, Haas 11, AlphaTauri 4 and Williams 2. Well, it's been an interesting race. We saw some great results from people who weren't expected to get them, so yeah, that's added a bit of interest to this one, and we look forward to the next one now. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Take care.